Alright, for this video I'm going to explain to you how to do your name design portion of your text assignment. At the top of the assignment you need to put name design, and then you need to be in the custom, and you're going to change your width to 15, your height to 3. It will not be set on this, it'll probably be set on 12 by 12, and make sure it's in inches. And then we also want the resolution at 200 pixels per inch. Okay, so 13 or 15 by 3. Click on that. You should get a long thin bar like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a text in here. You're going to click on it. You want to make sure that you have a thick, bold type that's going to take up a lot of room. You may have some different examples than this. If you know how to download different font styles, you can do that too. We'll do this phosphate. And then you're going to do your first and last name. And I'll do Miss Van Mater on mine. And then you want to okay that, and then free transform, so that's Command T. And then we want to fill this up in the box as much as possible. We want a little bit of a border, but not much. And we want to fill up as much space as we can. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Okay, so we'll even out, try to even out your positive and negative space here. So again, make sure it is a bold font style. Don't use a thin one. Alright, when we're okay with that, we're going to check that. Once you have your name in here as bold as possible, then what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 images. You need to find 6 different images that kind of represent you, and we're going to click and drag those in here. I have some saved, but what you can do is just go to Google, come over here, search. I do want to show you how to do a certain search, so I went to Ball State, so I'll put Ball State in, see what comes up. Go images, and you're going to have a bunch of different images come up. Go up to your settings and go advanced search, and make sure your image size is large. Okay, at least large. We don't want any size. And then if you scroll down, you go advanced search, it'll bring you back to the screen. All right, so you want to find one of these images that you can use. I'm just going to pull one out here really quick. This one I'm going to pull it over on top of there, and you're going to see it adds a new layer, and then we can free transform that. So I'm on this layer, Command T, and I want to cover up the whole space. Okay, now remember, when you're pulling this down, if I just do it anyway without holding the shift, it's going to get it out of proportion. So to keep it in proportion, hold down on shift and then pull it. So we'll put that right there, and it's just going to go right over the top, and you're going to take all your images, click the OK. So I've got some other images saved. I've got a picture of my puppy. We'll put him in here, and he's already about the size, so we'll get him a little bit bigger. Actually, we'll make him a lot bigger. Oh, I didn't hold down on shift. And I'll show you how to kind of overlap and erase some of these here in a minute. I mean, obviously I can switch the layers. After I click OK, I can come over here and put this layer on top, so one goes over the top of the other, and then manipulate those around so it fills in pretty decent. So again, you're going to put at least 6 different images in here, so I'm going to pause and put those on and then come back and finish. Once you have all your pictures in here, you need to have at least 5. I just have 4 in here just to show you how to do it. You need to go in order of the layers. At least it had to work this way for me, so I'm going to go down here to the drums and click on the drums layer. That'll be this one right here. And then we're going to go up here to layer in the menus, and then come down to create clipping mask. You clip on that, then it puts the image back behind your letters. So then you'll do the same thing for the next one. Click on the art one or your next layer, create clipping mask. And then you do that for all of your images, and they should create a clipping mask back behind it. And then you can see the dog there, and then here's my Ball State logo, layer, clipping mask. Okay, now once you are in here, you can move these around to see it a little bit better. So if I like this image over here a little bit more, or maybe right in here, so I can see Ball State. And then let's say I wanted a little bit more of the art over here. Go in, I'm going to stay in this, I can say in this one. I probably wouldn't do it for this one, but just to show you how it works, come over here to the brush, or actually no, eraser, and then you want a hard edge eraser, and we'll bring my size up just a little bit, and then I can erase. You see, and it'll show that underneath there. Now, I probably wouldn't do it with this one because it's going to take off my Ball State image, so I'm going to click it back in my history. But you can mess around with that and move things around, so you can go to your selection. Just make sure you're in the right layer. So if I wanted to bring the drum images over here so we can see more of that, and then maybe bring my dog over so he fills up more of the space, or so we can see him a little bit better. Alright, so you fill it up the best you can. Then what you need to do is bring in a background picture. Okay, so I have Starry Night saved for myself. So I'll come in here and put Starry Night. I'm going to bring it in. And it is over the whole thing. And what I want to do is bring this down to the bottom. And I'll go ahead and just click OK for now. Then bring this layer all the way underneath my name. And you can see that puts that in the background. And then I'm going to Command T and transform that. So all you see is that in the background. Now I want to show you, this is actually an example of a bad example. Oh, for some reason my clipping mask didn't work here. So we'll go back up here and type layer clipping mask. There. You can see this is a lot, and it's very, very busy, and you cannot see the letters underneath here. So be careful on what you pick on the background. So I don't like that background, so I'm going to delete it. Delete layer, and then I'm going to find another background to put in there. Okay, so instead of that Starry Night that was too busy, find something a little bit more calmer, not as busy. I found a sunset picture that I saved. Pull it in, just click. Click on one and drag that in, and it comes up, and then free transform rate, you want it large enough that it fills in your whole background here. And it's going to be a little pixely until you click the checkbox, and then it should clear up. See, and that's a little bit better. You can still see with some of the images in the background. Okay. Alright, once you've got this name design done, we have to put it into the 6-word layout, and we also have to flatten the images. So if you go to Canvas, in the PS text, there's a 6-word layout JPEG. You need to download that and then upload that into Photoshop. So I have it uploaded in here. You guys should know how to do that, but it should look like this. And what you're going to do is put your 6 words that you did, the square ones here, and then we're going to put the name design here. So I'm going to show you really quick how to do both, how to flatten those, even though the instructions show you how to do that. Each one, you should have 6 different Photoshop things. I would save this first as a Photoshop document. Okay, so maybe put persistence PSD, save it on your desktop or wherever. I'll save it on my desktop. Okay. And then after that, you're going to go to, I think it's layer, and then scroll all the way down to flatten image. And what that does is it merges all those layers together. This way we can take this image, make sure you're on the move tool, you're going to click and drag this into the 6-word layout, and then it should fit in one of those boxes. Okay, and then you'll do the same thing with all 6 of your other Photoshop name designs, or not name designs, but the word design, 6 words, and then do the same thing for this one. So this name design will go up to layer, and again you got to scroll down, flatten image, and that saves that all into one. And then I'll click and move that into the 6 word, and then this one fits in here. Okay, so you should have your 6 words that describe you, your name in the middle. Then save this as a JPEG and then just upload that into Canvas, and you should be done. So you get, I believe it's 10 points for each one of the words and 15 for this name design. Be creative. Make sure that you are using some of the different blending things for the words. If you have any questions, let me know.